It's the queen from Queens with the money when it matters for you and I. It's the queen from Queens with the money when it matters for you.
Hey guys, this is your girl Paula, the queen from Queens. These are Money Minutes That Matter. It's a talk show where you call me with financial questions and I'll give you financial answers. On this show, which is our show, we'll become accountability buddies. I love that word, accountability buddies. We'll walk hand in hand to eliminate debt, to help you maximize your financial future, and to optimize your health. This is our show. If I don't know the answers, I'll get you the answers, but I'm pretty resourceful. So we started reading a book on my last episode, and the book is entitled The 5 Lessons a Millionaire Taught Me by Richard Paul Evans. And the first lesson that we discussed on my last episode is think yourself to be wealthy. It says, lesson 1, decide to be wealthy. Now on lesson 2, it says, take responsibility for your money. Taking control of your money begins with taking responsibility for it. That means knowing how much you have, where it is coming from, where it is going, and what it's doing in the meantime. It's a matter of personal stewardship. If you're responsible with the little, then you'll be more responsible with the much. Remember that? So it says, number 1, know how much money you have. You need to determine your net worth. Your net worth is determined by the amount that you owe, subtracted from the amount that you own. So OWE is subtracted from OWN, and that'll give you your net worth. So if you owe $10,000 in credit card debt and you have $15,000 in savings, if you pay off your credit card, you will have $5,000 left. That's your net worth. Number 2, know where your money comes from. Every paycheck, bonus, interest payment, alimony check, child support payment, royalty, dividend, gift, and tip you receive should be recorded in the ledger as your income. A ledger is a book, but this is a pretty old book. But the principles still stand today. Knowing where your money comes from will help you decide how your money should be used. 3, know where your money is going. As you track your money, you will quickly discover that most things cost more than you think. So what he's saying here is, imagine buying an item. Let's say a small television, $299, but you get it from rent to own and you're paying $30 a week over the next 6 months. That will cost you somewhere to the average of about $700 if you pay it in fragments, because it's always a cost to using someone else's money. Interest, fees, delivery charge, whatever they are, there's always a cost of using someone else's money. Learn where your money is going is the most important step to gaining control of your finances. It's also an important way to gain control of your life. Number 4, know what your money is doing. Money will become your servant instead of the other way around. If you had an employee who sat around and did nothing, you would quickly fire him. Ongoing monthly evaluations of your investment is vital for your financial success. Lastly, you can't afford to say, I don't have time for this. Saying that you don't have time to follow your money is like saying you don't have time to watch the traffic signal as you drive. In fact, you don't have time not to. You spend thousands of hours each year earning. Why wouldn't you take a few hours a month to track where it goes? This is a lesson we'll learn. We got a few more lessons to tackle in the next few episodes, but this is our show. Let's get to our callers. We have Danielle from Pittsburgh on the line. Hi, Danielle.
Hi, Miss Paula.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. What can I do for you this evening?
So, I've seen your show before on YouTube,
Okay.
and I was just wondering, if you could help me in my financial problems.
Sure, I'll do my best.
And then I just want to apologize if you hear background noise, because my brother's downstairs listening to some music.
Okay, way cool. Okay, what can I do for you, Danielle?
Alrighty, so I graduated in 2015 high school, and so I was supposed to graduate last year, but due to something happened with my financial aid, so now I have to pay back my loan for my senior year. So that was about, I want to say it's $18,000.
Okay.
And so I have to pay that off. I already have 8 months paid off because I did a 2-year thing.
Okay.
So, and then, so basically every month I pay $750 or $742. That's the exact number.
Okay.
$742 a month. But so I'm supposed to go back to school next August, but I'm going to need another loan for that whole year. And I also need help because I need to save money for that, and then I also need to save money for rent.
Woo, okay. So Danielle, what are you about, 22, 23?
I'm 23.
You're 23 years old, and you're going to school for what, Danielle?
I'm going to school for psychology and minor in forensics.
Oh, I love that. Man, you must be really smart. Can you stomach forensics?
Yeah, I can. I love it.
Well, I have a friend who's a forensic pathologist, so if you need an internship, let me know. I'll see what I can do for you.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, post-COVID, of course, but I'll see what I can do for you. So you currently have a loan of $18,000, and that's your total amount that you owe?
Yes, that's not the exact number.
That's okay. That's okay.
But for my first 3 years, my mom paid out of pocket. In my junior year, we applied for FAFSA, and I didn't qualify for any grants or scholarships.
Okay, okay. So what did you do in your junior year?
So I got a loan.
Okay. Was it a parent loan or a student loan?
A Parent Plus loan.
A Parent Plus loan. So then you have to pay that back before you can return? I'm not understanding how that happens. Because people have loans of $60, $70, $80, $100,000. So why do you have to pay it back before you can return to school?
That's what West Virginia said to me.
Okay. So now you've been on a pause for the last year?
Yes.
And you're on a 24-month repayment plan, so you'll go back to school in August of 21. How much do you pay for tuition each year?
$35,000.
$35,000. So you're saying to me, in order to go back to school, you need another loan of $35,000?
Yes.
Ouch. And the reason why I say ouch is, depending on what your interest rate is, and oftentimes Parent Plus loans can be a pretty high interest determined by your credit score. So taking out $35,000, I don't know if that's just tuition or if that's room and board, food, miscellaneous, computer, transportation. So 35 can be 40 or 45 for the 1 year. And in addition to that, you know, paying interest, if you don't pay that off aggressively, $45,000 can become $60,000, $80,000, $100,000 over a 10, 20-year time. So real money. Have you considered applying for any grants or scholarships?
Well, now I am. Oh my God.
My concern is taking out student loan debt is always available. You can go to a credit card. There's social media companies who's out there to finance people's loans. But what I would like for you to do is to avoid these loans. You already have $18,000 in student loan debt. What if this $18,000 becomes $50,000?
Oh, I will have a heart attack.
Yeah, you will. And you know what happens? You're 23, and you don't realize that student loans is like Velcro. It sticks to every part of your body. So why not apply for grants and scholarships? Why not college work study? Can you become a teacher's assistant or something, a TA, and get room and board or an RA? What can you do to alleviate some of your costs?
I can definitely, actually, I forgot about being an RA because I could do that and then I wouldn't have to pay for rent when I go back then.
Right, and that's saving you about $10,000 for the year loan.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think that that's fair. And I think what you're doing is smart. You're actively working, I'm assuming, because you're paying $750 a month, correct?
Yeah.
You're actively working. So you took off you took off a gap year. Usually gap year comes before college, but now you have a gap year between your between your junior and senior years. I think that's perfect. And whether you take 4 years to finish college, 5 years, 6 years, it doesn't matter. You just got to get it done. We have JK from Upper Marlboro, Maryland on the line. Hi, JK.
Hey, Paula. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Good. What can I do for you today?
First of all, thank you for having me on the show finally. I've been following you, stalking you. You keep me awake till 3 a.m. because I'm watching all your videos. So thank you for having me.
You watch my videos until 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, I do. And I share it with all my friends.
Oh. My husband won't watch me until 3 o'clock in the morning, so thank you.
You've got a fan, okay?
I appreciate my fan. Thank you, JK.
My question for you is this.
What?
I am in the healthcare business like you. I am a registered nurse. And I am working hard because I want to retire and still be comfortable.
I know that's right.
What do I need to do to retire and still maintain the lifestyle that I have now?
I know that's right. I know that's right, because I want to maintain my lifestyle too, right? I'm not going to be eating noodles in retirement. So it requires preparation. So I appreciate that. Okay, so let's see where you are. Now, JK, how old are you?
I just turned the big 40 this March. So,
What a great decade. I love the 40s. Now, when are you looking to retire?
Well, I'm looking to retire at 65.
65, beautiful. So you have 25 years. Whatever your dreams and goals are, I can tell you right now, it's all possible.
Okay.
Okay, so tell me something. Do you have any debt?
Well, I did have debt. The one that I currently have is just my mortgage. I paid off the rest of the debt. So the one that I currently have is just the mortgage.
Girl, I can stop this conversation now because I know you're there. Okay. So no credit cards, no car loans, no student loan debt?
No, well, let me take that back. No car loans. The student debt that I have is it's 4,500 left on it, and I left it because I'm hoping that with the coronavirus, they keep talking about student loan forgiveness. I'm hoping that it will be forgiven. So I'm just holding on to that 4,500, just in case it's forgiven, I wouldn't have had to pay that money out too.
Okay, so tell me something. Do you have the 4,500 to pay it off?
Yes.
Okay. Are these federal loans right now? There's no payment or interest being accrued?
Yes.
Okay.
It's in forbearance because of the coronavirus.
Okay. So the forbearance has been extended till December. Do you have a family?
I have 2 kids.
Okay.
I have one who's in private school, and I have one in public school.
Private and public. Okay.
Yes.
So is private school costing you where you have to take out debt or take out some kind of payment plan for them?
It isn't. I'm able to pay it out of pocket.
Okay. So that's not a concern. So let's delve into it. So how much money do you need on a monthly basis in retirement?
Well, in terms of my current lifestyle, on a monthly basis, I pay at least, I would say maybe a little short of 4,000.
4,000. And we're looking at, in 25 years, your house will be paid off?
Well, right now, I'm 9 years into the house, but I was thinking of refinancing to get like a 15-year mortgage to pay it off faster. Especially considering the current interest rates, which are really, really low. So
Amazing.
I was thinking of maybe refinancing it to 15 years and then hopefully paying it. Oh, that brings another question about should I pay it off completely or pay it as close to finishing as possible?
Okay, well, you are just all over the place. I love it because you're so smart. Okay, so how much equity do you have in your house? Do you have at least 20% equity?
Yes,
okay.
I do.
And the reason why I say that is because with an FHA loan, if you take out a loan and have less than 20% interest, you may be stuck with PMI for the life of the loan.
Okay.
If you do a conventional loan, then you may be stuck with PMI until you get 75% loan to value. So if you have 20%, you're sitting in the hot seat. You're golden.
Okay. Yes.
And I agree with you. Interest rates have never been lower. You can get a 15-year for 2.67.
That's what I'm trying to take advantage of.
Yes. So it may not change your monthly payment that much. It may be even $100 or so more, but it's worth it because over the life of the loan, you'll save tens of thousands of dollars in interest payments.
Okay.
So I like that. And I like the fact that you'll be done in 15 years, right? Because then that brings you can do it because right now you have no debt. You're not going to get any debt, are you?
I'm not planning to.
Okay.
Everything stays the way it is.
Okay.
I don't plan to. The only debt I would have to get is, say, maybe the car really breaks down that I need another car, and then I'll have to be smart about what kind of car I get and how I get it.
But you don't have to go into debt for a car. You can start saving now for the car in the event that the wheels fall off, because I would drive my car, like we drive our cars until 200,000 miles at least.
Yes.
We maintain them, we do the maintenance, we change the tires, we do whatever we have to do, make sure it's aligned so that we get these cars until they die.
Yes.
Okay, so $4,000, that sounds very reasonable. Are you saving for retirement now?
Yes, I am. I do. I have a 401k, and I just, with my job, and I just opened a Roth IRA. And with the 401k, I do contribute 20% of my paycheck into it because my company matches 6%.
Whoa. You know, maybe you should sit in my seat and I should be on the phone talking to you.
No, that's because I've been listening to you.
Okay, so if you're going to retire at 65, and this is the new thing that people may not be aware, Social Security has just changed. We know, I talk about it all the time. Social Security is running out. The money that's currently in Social Security can barely maintain the people who are applying to Social Security on a daily basis. So the money that we're contributing now is not going to be saved for us 25 years from now. They're actively using it. And with coronavirus and all the other things that Congress is using our money for, they're constantly taking money out of that pot. So they've just increased the age. They've increased the age for full retirement by 2 months.
Oh, wow.
That's okay because you're good. So the magic age is at 62, you can apply for Social Security, but you'll only get 70% of what's due to you. If you wait until you're 67, then 67 now add an additional 2 months, you can get 100% of your benefits.
Oh, wow.
If you wait until you're 70, and you seem really smart, you wait until you're 70, then you can get 120% of your benefits.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to encourage you to go to the Social Security website and look up their retirement estimator.
Okay.
And that may tell you they're going to give you $2,500 a month in which to live on, which means you only need to have an additional $1,500 per month contributed from your retirement. So let's talk about your retirement. So if you need $4,000 a month and you live until you're 90, because if you're 65, you live until you're 90, that's 25 years, which says to me you need $1 million in retirement.
Okay.
Is that possible? Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because if you're saving into your Roth 401k, and I don't have my calculator with me, but on my website, www.robertstargetfinancials.com, I have a compound interest calculator on there. Put your numbers in. What you're actively saving each month, your 20%, plus your Roth IRA. Put those numbers in at an average of 10%. Sometimes you gain more, sometimes you gain less, but on average 10%. Over 25 years, I'm sure you'll have that $1 million that you're looking for.
Okay.
That's one thing. But if Social Security is going to give you $2,500, which means you only need $1,500, $1,500 a year will be a total of, let's say, about $18,000 a year that you're contributing. Times 10 years, that's $180. Times 20 years, that's $360. Tack on another 5 years there, that's another $90,000. So if you're in a position to have about $400,000 in your retirement, that's your $1 million that you need to retire on.
Okay.
Yeah. So can you do it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when your babies are finished with private school, that money can go into retirement. That money can go into a savings plan. So if you need a new car, you have it there.
Yes.
And then in 15 years, you'll be 55, which means you'll still have 10 more years to retire, which means the money that you were paying towards your house, that could be what we call a bridge account. Bridge meaning if you retire at 65, but you don't collect Social Security until you're 70, that money can be your bridge over that course of 5 years, and you'll be sitting pretty. We have Zaire from Philly on the line. Hey, Zaire.
Hi, Ms. Roberts.
How are you?
I'm well, and you?
I'm good. What can I do for you today?
Well, I just had a couple questions, but I want to start off with, I'm trying to figure out how to fix my credit. I was wondering if you can help me out.
Okay, I can do my best. And what's your other question?
Well, fix my credit and then build my credit. So it's
Fix your credit and build your credit.
Maybe it's one answer.
Okay, well, maybe it is one answer. Let's see. So tell me something about you, Zaire. How old are you?
I am currently 22 years old.
You're 22. And are you working?
Yes, ma'am, I am working.
Where do you work, Zaire?
I currently work at a car dealership, Acura and Volkswagen.
Oh, very nice. Are you a salesman or what are you doing there?
No, I'm actually a lot guy. I tend to the new cars, when they come in on the trucks, make sure they have no dings, no scratches, things of that sort.
Every job is an important job. Is this a full-time position for you?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Are you getting benefits, vacation, sick time, holiday time?
Yeah, PTO, 401k, the whole 9 yards.
I like that. Okay. All right, we're cooking with oil now. So you said let's help fix your credit. What kind of debt do you have, Zaire?
Like, I may have overdrawn a debit card and just never paid the overdraft fees. Then, I think I went to get a bid, but I never finished paying it all off. But just things like that. No, credit card or, anything outstanding.
You have a debit card that you overdrew on. What have you done with that debit card? Are you still at the same bank?
Absolutely not. I completely left them in the past. I took my talents to Bank of America.
But you still owe another bank?
Yes, ma'am.
And how significant is that overdraft fee?
It's like $1,000, $2,000.
In overdraft fees?
Well, see, the bad thing kind of goes hand in hand with the card, because I had it set up as like an auto pay thing. So, it just came out of my account. And it wasn't $2,000 at first, but you know how they hit you with $30 a day and $30 a day and $30 a day and $30 a day.
Yeah, that's called an overdraft fee. So let's deal with the bed situation. What is the bed situation?
So, I moved to a new place, and I needed a bed. I didn't want to pay the whole cost at once, so I put it on my debit card. So it was one of those things where we approve everybody, one of those things in the city.
Where did you get the bed from?
It's a place called Furniture Mecca.
Furniture Mecca, okay. Is that like a rent-to-own place?
Yes, I guess you could say that.
You're comical. So Furniture Mecca, rent-to-own, you purchased a bed because you didn't want to pay the entire amount. Did you have the entire amount?
Yes, I did.
You did. You decided not to pay it. So you decided to make monthly payments, huh?
Sadly.
Zaire, how much was the bed?
The bed was probably around like $1,200, $1,300.
$1,200. Now, how much were you paying on that bed per month? Okay, let's say $400 times 4 payments. So the bed would have been $1,600 in total had you paid it off. Is that correct?
I had enough money for the bed, but I just didn't pay it all at one time. But I had enough money for the payment that was going to come out. But something had hit my account.
What hit your account?
Honestly, I can't really remember because it was quite some time ago.
How long ago are we talking, Zaire?
About a year and a half.
It's been a year and a half since you've made a payment. Have you made any payments on your bed, Zaire?
No, ma'am.
No, you have not. So you're now you're sleeping in a bed that doesn't belong to you, that you've taken from someone else without paying for it.
I don't think anyone else would want it.
But you're sleeping in a bed that you didn't pay for. How's that? So you want to fix your credit. What is your credit score, Zaire?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's at 0.
Okay. Have you pulled your credit score?
No, I have not. Well, every time I go to, apply for something that has to do with credit, whether it be get a credit card or, a car note or just anything, they don't approve me.
The only thing over your shoulder is this $1,600, which may be $3,000 now. Who knows what it is, because it's still gaining interest, I'm assuming. Is that correct?
That's safe to say.
Okay, I have homework for you. You ready?
I was never good at homework, but
You are so hilarious. So, on your app, are you able to pull up your credit score?
I didn't have any knowledge of that. If I could.
Okay, that's your first homework.
Look into that.
That's your first homework. Your second assignment is I want you to contact every major credit bureau, all 3 of them, and I want you to request a free credit report. You're entitled to a free one from each. We need to know what the problem is before we can fix it. That's the problem. You can't fix what you don't know. If you think you can put it up under the rug, after a while, the rug gets so lumpy you can't walk any longer. I want you to go to the store that you have the furniture with, and I want you to make up an agreement. Because if it's on your credit report, it's not going to go away. Go to the store. Mm-hmm.
Right. They didn't make payments on their bid. Mm-hmm. Make an agreement.
Uh-huh.
That's risky.
But what's more risky, to have bad credit forever, or standing up, manning up, going to the store and say, hey, this is my credit report. Now my credit report says I owe you $2,500. Can you and I make an agreement that I'll pay you $200 a month for the next 8 months, maybe say 9 months, where I'm only paying you $1,800 maximum. Please eliminate the fees of the $1,000 and I'll make this arrangement with you. And then after a while, it will come off your credit report and then it will show that you're making payments and it'll actually build your score for you.
Okay, that sounds fair.
Yeah. It's that time again. We now have to say goodbye, but I want you to know that I love and I appreciate you. I thank you, callers, for calling in. This is a show where you and I learn and grow together. Namely, I can't talk to 50 people about the same thing at one time. But if I talk to one Zaire and we all learn and understand that your responsibilities are your responsibilities and they don't go away. If we talk to one Tatiana and help her recognize that student loan debt will linger as long as you allow it. Although you're paying on a regular basis, your credit score is going up and you're having money in your savings, but ultimately you're losing because the scale isn't balanced. Then if I can talk to 1 or 2 people on my show, but 50, 100, 1,000 people can hear it and understand it, and then it's a lesson learned. So then I've accomplished my task. I love you. Continue jamming with EAJ1023radio.com. Remember, faith conquers fear. Have an amazing rest of your week.
It's the Queen of Queens with the money when it matters for you and I. It's the Queen of Queens with the money when it matters for you.
Roberts Targets Financial is not a certified professional service of finances, brokers, accountants, taxes, insurance, or legal. We research the advice that is given to provide the most accurate, up-to-date information. This information is designed to work in conjunction with your information. All information is suggestions. We recommend that you consult with a trusted licensed professional for your specific decisions. All information is for general purposes. We are not liable for any losses or gains. We accept no responsibility for any decisions made after participating on or from listening to the show or from Roberts Target's financials. If you like this episode, hit the subscribe button.
It's the Queen